But this is the more important topic here is the fatty versus lean meat discussion, all right? I hear this slander. This absolute slander that fatty meat, that meat without fat in it is somehow better. And I have never understood it. Lean meat is stringy. It is lacking in flavor because you have excised the thing that has all the flavor, which is the fat. It is just a worse experience. You prefer lean meats? Like all meat? I just eat whatever's in front of me. Love them in sandwich and quesadillas. That's what seasoning is for. Okay. Hold on. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Alright. Hold on. Hold on. Fucking. Alright. 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 Okay. Flavor 101. Alright. Okay. Okay. Y'all have pushed me. Okay. Alright. Y'all did this. This is your fault. Okay? Alright. How does flavor even work? Alright. So. You're gonna lecture me, boy? I cook. I do. I cook as well. Alright. So we have these things called taste buds. Okay? Taste buds have sections. Can I just copy this in here? Hold on. Let's go. Alright, alright, alright. This is even better because it gives us, like, kind of a thing to look at here. Alright. So. Pop quiz, there will be no quiz. You either learn this or you don't. Okay? Section some seasoning in your meat, problem. Listen to me. Listen to me. Alright. Listen to me. Alright. How does flavor work? So there's like a handful of flavors that people consider to be like core flavors you have to worry about. As far as your tongue is concerned, this is what you got that you're working with. Umami. Alright. Umami is made up, it can't hurt you. I said it. Umami is like a combination of things. But it like comes out like it's like, think of it as just like a rich like flavor that you get from fattiness. Brown rice with spaghetti. Oh my god. Anyways, so flavor. How does it work? So there's like, hold on, it's like sweet. Hold on. We got, because there's like sweet. Oh, that's right. Savory. Umami. It's just savory. Don't listen. To the pros. They are lying to you. Hold on. Hold on. What's the classifications of flavor again? I can't remember. Types of flavors. Hold on. Because there's like, yeah, sourness. Okay, yeah. Bitter. Is that it? Is that all the ones? Okay, whatever. Oh no, they're salty. There we go. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 6. Okay. Oh, okay. This one even says that umami and savory are the same thing. Okay, cool. We're just gonna kill umami. AKA umami. Umami and savory are the same thing. Alright. I thought this localization to tasting was proved incorrect. It's not... So this is wrong. So you see, like, okay, it is and it isn't. Alright, so this right here where it says sour also overlaps with this, right? With the bitter. So it's more like guidelines than actual rules. Hold on. How do I make that darker? I don't know how to make more like guidelines than actual rules. So this is like, yes, there are locations where you taste salty more, but technically speaking, every part of your tongue can taste salty. It's just that you can taste it more on the tip of your tongue, if that makes sense. Spicy seasoning. Fun fact, spice is just pain. That's the... Spiciness is not a flavor, it's a pain response. So that's... Spiciness does exist, but it is not technically a flavor. It is a pain response, because spiciness is a problem. Are you against herbs and spices or something? No, no, no. Herbs are good. Herbs and spices are good, but they are only part of the equation, okay? No, no, no. I love herbs and spices. Don't get me wrong. Herbs and spices are great, okay? But they are part of a greater equation, right? So, flavor 101, you have basic flavors, right? So, saltiness, obviously you get that from salt, sodium, that's a thing. You also get it from something called MSG, which is monosodium glutamate, which is a single salt molecule, and a glutamate molecule, which is the part of your brain, sorry, not the part of your brain. It's it's like a chemical that latches onto a part of your brain and tells you that things taste good. MSG is basically a shortcut to getting savory / umami flavor. It's used in like everything, and it naturally occurs anytime that you put salt into food and cook it. It just happens. But you can also just make MSG and then put it into food, and it like makes things easy, makes like stuff better. It's the chemical receptors more sensitive to the other stronger signal. Yeah. Basically, yeah, the taste localization thing is, again, more guidelines than actual rules. Okay, but just like numb. MSG powder tastes like nothing. It's, I mean, it's salty. It has sodium in there. But, like, don't take taking spoonfuls of MSG is like taking spoonfuls of salt, but, like, less salt per gram. But, yeah. Ice cream is, I mean, it depends. Like, ice cream is sweet, salty, and technically it falls under savory as well. But, like, less so. But, like, you know, it's a sweet thing, right? But, like, most dishes, and here's the thing. This is the important thing. Every food is a combination of these. Of 2 or more of these. If it's not, then it tastes like shit. If something is... Well, that's not true. Flat and boring. This is what... So, the reason why some foods taste better than others a lot of the time is because whoever was doing it has a good idea of how to utilize this. Now, whether they know the theory behind it or not, who knows? I barely know the theory. I mostly vibe my way through things, but yeah. Concentration is also important. Many foods get a multiple flavors, some more concentrate. Yes, I'm getting to that. Yes. Mm-hmm. So, like, ice cream is a good example. Ice cream's actually a really good example. E.g. ice cream. Ice cream has a handful of core components. Ice cream requires cream/milk, which is a fatty substance. It requires salt, which just in, salt is salty. And it also requires, oh god, obviously it requires ice, but I'm talking about things that require flavor. Sugar. It requires sugar of some variety. Now usually cane sugar, but technically honey can be used. So, this is making me so hungry. So, now, something that's worth noting is savory usually comes from higher amounts of fat. Also, I'm just gonna say, I'm not gonna talk about sour and bitter very much because I don't know as much about them, because they aren't usually featured in a lot of foods. They're usually featured in like candies or drinks. It will have flavor for being seasoned. I'm getting to that. So, the reason why you end up with savory is because of proteins. Now, you don't really have many proteins in this. So what the fat in the cream and milk does is it amplifies the sugar. Fat is a multiplier. So, in this case, most of what you're getting for flavor is the sugar and the fat combining with whatever your plus seasoning, e.g. vanilla. Fat is a delivery method for your seasoning. Without fat, you don't have a proper delivery method for your seasoning, right? That's why butter equals so yum. Yes! This is why butter is featured in, like, everything in, like, homemade cooking. What about sea salt caramel ice cream? It just has more salt, it has caramel in it, and it has vanilla. I guarantee it. Homemade applesauce. I used to make homemade applesauce with my mom when I was younger. Yeah. Too much butter is that? Yes, too much butter is also a bad thing. Someone's getting descriptive. Hello, Maximus. Welcome on in. So, in this instance with ice cream, fat is a multiplier for sugar, and then whatever seasoning you have in there, right? So it helps distribute the flavor. Now, if we go, let's try another example. Let me think of a food. Oh, you know what? All right. Hold on. So, we were talking about turkey earlier. Bread. I don't want to talk about bread. Bread's hard. I don't understand baking. I'm talking about cooking. Totally different thing. So, all right. So we were talking about turkey earlier. So let's talk about Thanksgiving dinner stuff. So, Thanksgiving dinner is good for a few reasons, okay? So you got your turkey, right? Turkey is good. Turkey is great. We love turkey, right? Easy to fuck up. Because everybody cooks all the fat out. That's why turkey's often very dry, right? Mom makes best turkey in the world. I believe you. I believe that she does a very good job making turkey. This is why we cheat and add the fat back in with gravy. Hello, Rachel. It'd be good, but depends how you cook it. Yeah. And that's the crux of my argument for turkey is that, like, turkey is a worse chicken because it's easier to fuck up than chicken. Gravy. Gravy requires a few things. Gravy requires a starch. Powdered starch, even. Flour. Potato starch. Cornstarch. Cornstarch. Starch. Something like that, right? You need that. You need a fat. So this can be turkey dripping, or like meat drippings of any kind. Meat drippings, butter, lard, etc. You need salt. Note that both of these include salt. This is another important thing. Seasonings, herbs, pepper, other spices, whatever you want, right? The details don't matter. Oh, specifically you want liquid fat. Or fat, well, it doesn't matter, because when you heat it up, it turns into liquid anyways. So, I like to go with tallow and better. Tallow is good. She brines it a long time and fills it with onions. Ah! Your mama, she knows how to cook it right. Brining turkey helps a lot. Dried chicken is worse than dried turkey. I mean, I don't know. This diagram is reminding me of book club. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. But like, so this powdered starch doesn't really matter for flavor, right? That's just to hold everything together. What we care about is the fat, the salt, and the seasonings. And once again, the fat exists to bind with the salt to act as a delivery method for the seasonings. There's a common trend here that food that people like has fat and salt that combine together to act as a delivery method for your seasoning. I'm glad I don't cook. This shit sounds hard as hell. Cooking is not hard. Creating recipes is hard. Did you forget all about Stardew Valley? We'll get back to Stardew Valley, maybe. I'm having a rant about cooking because I'm very passionate about cooking. Seasoning matters. And you can season things without an appropriate amount of fat. It will still taste good. However, if you want to season, if you want to be more efficient, and if you want to have a deeper, fuller flavor, you need an appropriate amount of fat with your seasoning. Is what I'm saying. I'm gonna deliver foods to my mouth once I season and marinate it. Hell yeah. That's fine. That's totally legitimate. But all I'm saying, so, okay. This brings me back to, okay. My problem with lean meat. Okay? Doesn't have natural fat. You have to add the fat in, which is always inferior to having fat built in. Why is this? Why is this, you might ask? Do you prefer a wet or dry brine? Wet brines. I like wet brines, but I like dry rubs. Lean meat would never be my first choice. Lean meat is tough. I've had it before. You can have lean meat not be tough. Lean... There... Alright. Brother meat elitist. Look, I understand how flavor works, so... It's not only informative, but adorable. Ah! I'm trying to be angry! I'm angry! Hold on, where's the thing? Where's the thing? I'm angry. There we go. I'm angry! So, okay. So the reason why this is... Okay, hold on. Brain. Okay. So the way, okay, we're gonna get a little too deep here, because, like, this gets into, like, literal, like, how cell walls work and shit. But, basically, because everything is attached together, right? Like, let's say you have a steak, right? Hold on, let me get a picture of a steak, right? Steak. I'm gonna... Raw, fatty steak. All right. Okay. We're gonna get a nice fatty steak. Picture of a nice fatty steak here. All right. Okay. Here's a nice ribeye. This looks like a ribeye. Oh my god. Okay. And then we're gonna get a raw lean steak. Okay. So this is, oh, we don't want that. Oh yeah, here we go. Here. The worst, most expensive steak, the filet mignon. Can I copy the image, please? Alright. So, which one of these is more expensive? The filet mignon. Why? Because people have shit taste. I should make a sleep aid where you ran about flavor. Maybe this will be the sleep aid. So, Commonly, filet mignon is cooked wrapped in bacon. Why? Because if you will note, the filet mignon is completely lacking in fat. The reason why it is always covered in bacon pretty much all the time is because the bacon has an extremely large amount of fat that then soaks into the filet mignon and makes it good. It's also naturally salty, which helps. So cute. I mean, I'm not looking at you. I hate bacon on steak so much. That is the common way to make filet mignon, though. The reason why is because the a filet mignon, right here, no fat. This has fat. So the reason why I prefer the ribeye, over the filet mignon, is because of all this fat. Why is that? Because the fat is in the meat. It doesn't have to break through different cell walls, if that makes sense, right? Everything's all one nice little package, so it's and like there's like relatively even distribution. That's why hold on, raw Wagyu steak. So that's actually the reason why Wagyu is so desired. Hold on, so I can explain why Wagyu is considered so fucking good. All right. Because partially it's the fat content, right? Fat, extremely high fat content, right? Which is where all the flavor's at. But also, if you'll note, the fat distribution is incredibly even, right? Right? So, like, it's able to, like, blend in. This is, like, way too high fat for me. I'm gonna be real. Wagyu's kind of weird. But and that's one of the reasons why people like ribeye so much. Like, it's not as even it is a distribution as Wagyu is. This is like obscene though. This is like the most obscene Wagyu steak I've ever seen. But it's still even, which allows the flavor to soak in. That's why you also want to, like, you know, like if I had this ribeye in front of me right now, I would get salt all over it, pack it in, and like get my seasonings, whatnot, pack it in, and then like throw it on the grill, right? And cook it that way. And that way you can have the flavor soak in, right, as the fat's, you know, sizzling it, right? Favorite steak marinade? My brother likes to use pears. Oh god, if we get into particular marinades, we'll be here all night. Use olive oil, cook my steaks in the air fryer, so good. It's pretty good. Can't have cow's milk, that's fair. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just like so that's my problem with lean meat, right? Is that if you want it to taste good, you have to do. Okay, I'm kind of outing myself with this. The reason why I don't like lean meat is because I'm lazy. With this thing right here, the only thing I have to do, herbs, pepper, salt, slap on the pan, slap on the grill. This thing, I have to be like, okay, I gotta either like wrap it in bacon or like consider the amount of fat that I'm putting in the pan, and like, oh god, I gotta like make like, and then on top of that I gotta season it. It's like I gotta like blah 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 blah. Lean meat's a pain in the ass is what it is. And just like turkey, it's easier to fuck up. Anyways, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. TED Talk. But at the end of the day, oh god. What I said is still the truth. Fat, spices matter, salt matters, pepper matters. These things matter. However, without fat as a delivery method, your flavor isn't gonna, like, you need some fat, right? This is why, like, people be like, oh, I'm gonna go with a low-fat diet. I'm gonna, like, cut all fat out of my diet. I'm gonna, like, just be fucking miserable because I want to lose weight. Ah! Stop it! Stop! Stop it! Why are you doing this to yourself? Why? Stop! You're hurting yourself. It's just so much easier. And fat's so delicious. It's so delicious. It's so tasty. Why would you make life harder on yourself? Why would you make yourself more miserable by cutting fat out? I just don't understand. I don't understand. Why? Why do people do this? Why do people hate themselves so much? Very passionate about meat. Very passionate about my meat. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I just... people are so afraid of fat, and it gets me... I get riled up about it, right? I don't know. I just... There's this irrational fear of, like, things like fat and MSG and stuff, and it just gets me riled up. The diet industry is a fucking cancer on our society. You want a diet? Here's a diet for you. All right? You want the best diet that you could ever have? There you go. There's your diet. Have less in than out. Done. That's it. That's how you diet. Less intake. Higher output. That's the formula. That's how you diet. That's it. That's the whole thing. Plus, this... oh, hold on. That's it. That's all you have to do to diet. Output greater than intake, plus discipline. It's not hard. Calorie deficit is key. Calorie deficit is key. Gimmick diets don't work. When most doctors say watch what you eat, they mean keep all the things you intake balanced so they keep your... Yeah. Exactly. Anyways, that's it. I'm gonna make this into a YouTube video. Just watch. I'm gonna do it. Alright, that was an amount of time. I need more alcohol. This is why I need to get drunk more often. So it's better sleep and less stress as possible? Yes. Stress will make you gain weight for sure. Partially because of chemical imbalance. Partially because a lot of people stress eat. Stress eating is very common because eating is a very easy way to get endorphins. And if you're stressed, the best cure is endorphins. Or the easiest cure is endorphins. Edutainment. Are you Eddie Abu in disguise? Who the fuck is Eddie Abu? I've never heard of this person. But yeah. But yeah, also, a lot of your digestion does happen while you're sleeping. Not all of it, but like a fair amount. So, and sleeping is just good for you in general. Getting a good amount of sleep is just good in general. Ugh. Feel like I just heard my sister lecture me about my spaghetti rice. I mean, look, as long as it tastes good and you're getting like a balance, you're not eating, and you're getting a decent balance of stuff coming in, it doesn't matter what you eat. I don't care. Eat your cursed ass shit. I eat cursed ass shit all the time. One of my comfort foods is rice with a bit of oyster sauce, chicken powder, and a raw egg. All mixed together. That's one of my comfort foods. Long story short, Eddie says everything you said about healthy eating and weight loss. Then he's a fucking great. I love that guy. Good. So like, I eat cursed ass shit. Eat cursed ass shit. As long as it's decent for you, who cares? Oh my god, I am literally harvesting hops every single day. A long time ago, way back in history, when all there was to drink was nothing but cups of tea, along came a man by the name of Charlie Mops, and he invented a wonderful drink and he made it out of hops. He must have been an admiral, a sultan, or a king, and to his praises we shall always sing. Look what he's done for us, he's filled us up with share. Lord bless Charlie Mops, the man who invented beer, 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 tiddly, beer, beer.